I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years. But a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their resistance. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Hi, everybody. So, let's see what we will find, huh?
Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Val-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Loading, loading, loading. Let's see what we will find.
Good ladies, they say. Merciful ladies. Where's all
All
that
right.
faith coming from?
What are you looking at? Bothering us poor folk.
Wait, where's the, I don't see.
If only me man were forever getting tossed at the tavern.
Anyways.
Reach
They say you play cards.
They don't speak idly then. Times are tough, and rare cards are often worth more than a fistful of gold. So, will you play?
Let's.
Alright, let's see what happens. Shit. Got buff fuck all. Yes, there is. Oh, now I get a spy, of course. Don't you dare have another scored card. Okay. Haha.
Must admit, I scoffed and lost. Well, stupidity's got its price. My prize card's yours.
In the Kingfisher. Shall.
Wonderful.
It's everywhere. All I see it all around. The guards.
Alright, let's see if I can find it.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Welcome. Welcome.
What have you got there? Up for a few rounds of Gwent?
Many road boards.
Alright, so I got mana. Let's see. Not bad. Not bad. Easy. Find a unique card in Kingfish.
Sweet thing.
This wasn't this.
Ooh!
The guards nabbed him, started ripping out his nails, and he gave up their hideout right quick.
Yes, I'd heard that too. To silence her broomstick.
Okay.
I really thought witches would look more.
Those sadists ought to change their name now to non-human.
That wasn't what I was expecting, but I got a card. Fuck.
God, the Reapers come for me. How much did they sell Magnificent Property for?
think I know how to free Dandelion. Got a plan, but we need Dudu. Gotta find him.
This plan? What is it?
Our Doppler friend will assume Menga's form. Order Dandelion moved to Oxenfurt. We can grab him on the way.
Brilliant. But how do you aim to find Dudu?
You're his friend. Any idea where he might be hiding?
With the Doppler, the question's never where, but as whom? In the past, facing trouble, he'd disappear, then reappear on the morrow with someone else. But this time he hasn't returned.
Known Dudu long?
I know this might sound strange, but I can't be sure. It seems he'd been circling me for some time in various forms, trying to attract my attention.
Can't blame him for making the effort.
Thank you. I failed to notice him at first. Then he decided to shoot the moon, assume Dandelion's form.
What tipped you off? How do you know it wasn't Dandelion? Dudu not much of a singer.
No. He simply spoke about something other than himself.
We need to convince Dudu to reveal himself. Any friends we could leave a message with, someone he trusts?
Dandelion? Irina Renard's troupe, that's all really. Not certain he was friendly with anyone else. Spent dawn till dusk with the troupe, on stage or in the crowd.
So he liked going to the mummings.
Yes, I'm actually surprised he didn't come to us after it all happened. He certainly could have counted on the Foxen's help.
So if these mummers are ready to help...
We need only mention Dudu. Irina and company are deeply indebted to him.
Dudu and the mummers, how'd they meet?
That was my doing. Some opening night. Maxim lay comatose in his wardrobe, drunk as an otter. I thought of Dudu. Hard to imagine a better actor than a Doppler.
And Dudu revealed himself to them just like that?
I didn't think it wise to tell anyone. But Dudu and Irina took to each other completely and right away. He fell so hopelessly in love with the theatre.
That he started performing with you?
Yeah. Now Irina feels terribly guilty. They let him put himself in danger. She can't forgive herself.
Maybe we could use a play. You know, work a message to Dudu into something. Lure him out of hiding that way.
Not a bad idea, but I doubt a few lines would suffice. Besides, do you really think Dudu whiles away his days attending mummings he knows by heart?
So what do you suggest?
We must write an entire new play. From scratch. Something grand. Something that will grab Dudu's attention. So most importantly, it must have a splendid title. It must be the talk of the town. If you wish, we can start on it right away.
Not sure I'm cut out to write a play. Maybe you're better off doing this on your own.
It's sure to go quicker if you help me. You'll see, we'll have a grand time together.
All right. Guess we can start writing the play.
Any ideas for the plot?
Actually, I was hoping...
The key is to convince Dudu that he can rely on you, and that we wish to free Dandelion. The message must be clear, though naturally woven into the play's dramaturgical essence, meaning we need an appropriate dramatic structure. Following along?
More or less.
That'll do. Now to find the proper expressive form for our content. A gripping, contemporary story, that would be best. Perhaps about the condottieri of Povis. I know. Lorenzo Molla. A tale of a handsome but ruthless bandit and the Doppler who manages to fool him. But now the Doppler must hide and can only count on the help of his friend, who's a witcher, who in turn is prepared to do anything to save his No, better. His beloved. What do you think?
Sounds great.
Really think so? Lorenzo Molla. Yeah. Or perhaps not. Wait, I've got it! We shall stage a story of the Urchin of Erlenwald. Secret lovers, their betrothal, a curse, a cruel queen, bells sounding midnight.
But...
At which point he reveals his face. He's a monster, there to steal Princess Palvera. They want him dead, but at that instant a witcher steps in. And everything ends splendidly. So it's settled, yeah? You wish to say something?
Will I get a say in any of this, or have you decided everything already?
Why are you cross? It's the nature of the creative process. We toss around ideas and choose the best ones.
Meaning yours.
Well, you must admit I'm better acquainted with the theatre. Naturally, you'll play a part in shaping this play. Contribute to the work as a whole. Dandelion will explain how it works later.
We need a good title. Venture to say that's more important than the story itself.
I've some ideas. Perhaps you can choose.
Gonna consider my opinion this time?
Of course. We're partners in this. I'm just in charge. I've two really good ones. The Doppler's Salvation and A Changeling Rescued or The Witch's Triumph. Which do you prefer?
Let's go with the Doppler's Salvation. It's shorter, catchier. Just one problem. No Dopplers in that story. Just a princess and a cursed urchin.
Nothing simpler. We need merely swap the Doppler in for the urchin. The message, that's what's important. A witcher arrives and saves the Doppler. Got it?
All right. So it's a comedy.
I was thinking more along dramatic lines. But if you prefer something lighter... Listen, merely decide and I'll get to work.
You're right. A drama'd be better.
Very well. I must get to work. While you must pick a corner. Sit down, read silently, or just think. All right?
Fine, since you don't need help with the writing.
Geralt, wait. A rhyme for Witcher?
Did Itcher?
Ugh. Just keep quiet.
Go to sleep.
Done. I could make a small masterpiece of this had I a bit more time, but...
We're fresh out of that. The hidden message to Dudu. What did you weave in?
Hidden message?
You were gonna work something in, like come to the Kingfisher at dawn, or...
That wouldn't be in keeping with the tone of the play, not at all.
You wrote it to contact Dudu. That was the purpose. Fine. So how do you see this working?
I don't know. I was counting on recognizing him by his scar. Or just improvising. Shall we worry about that later? First, you must take the script to Madame Irina. Sure you know where to find her? The troupe performs in the butcher's yard of the main square.
Join us later. See ya.
Geralt!
Tell me, you and Dandelion, how'd you meet?
At a poetry tourney in Ellendon. Naturally, I'd already heard much about Master Dandelion. And it proved true. At first, I thought him a bloated, narcissistic buffoon.
Just at first.
Well, only cows don't change their minds. I changed mine when he came to congratulate me. Never expected he could lose so graciously. Dandelion can be irritating, I shan't deny it. Yet, I also know he can be fair and noble at times. Well, I very much doubt I could bear to have him around were it not so.
I see. I get it. Take care now.
Geralt!
Ah, didn't mean to talk to you
Take
again.
care now.
I was getting loot. Loot. Ooh, there's a chopper. There's a chopper flying over me head. Wait, those are my lines, aren't they? Oh boy. The sleigh beasts. Most foul. Twice. What is ours made? Kill us, McCall, not to get paid. Okay. Well, the lines are pretty weird. Hey Anthony, how you doing? Welcome on in. I was just reading the lines of a supposed script I was supposed to know. Which I think is weird enough. As it is.
What?
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through hot stuff.
Ah, watch it.
Yo, dude.
This where Madame Irina's troupe performs?
Yeah, but you can only enter with a ticket. There's no performance now. Mamas are just rehearsing. Process is interesting to observe, though. So, want a
Yep.
ticket?
No performance.
It
Said
is
so
indeed.
yourself.
You can still get a ticket. What'll it be? Need a ticket?
Yeah, one.
Here. Just stay out of sight, eh? Awful bashful, these mamas in rehearsal.
I'm not gonna sneak in.
What was wrong that time?
I don't know anymore. It simply needs more fire.
Yo, miss.
Madame Irina, can we talk?
Geralt of Rivia, Dandelion's told us so much about you. Is he with you?
No, but I hope to bring him back soon. Here to talk about Dudu.
Let's speak in my quarters at the back of the theatre. We'll be undisturbed there.
She looks a little bit like me.
How can I help? We've not seen Dandelion or Dudu recently.
Dandelion's in trouble.
That much I guessed, though I am curious how serious it is. Did he seduce a powerful man's wife and go into hiding? Or did he write an offensive couplet about the priests of the eternal fire?
Worse. Lots. I'm gonna try to help him. Gotta contact Dudu first.
But he's disappeared as well.
Have a plan to lure him out of hiding, but I need your help. Can I count on you?
Naturally, but what can we possibly do?
It is. There's two plays you can choose from, but
I want to stage a
on which
play,
one you chose.
something that'll really draw the crowds.
I see. And you hope it'll get Dudu's attention as well, draw him here. So it must be an entirely new play? And who will write it?
Priscilla, actually. She's done writing it. Tells the story of a witcher who rescues a Doppler from certain death.
Sounds interesting. I'll gladly have a glance. But first we must think about getting the word out and organizing some protection. Ushers. Would you mind tending to these matters?
Think we need ushers? A play about Dopplers could be controversial, but are ushers absolutely necessary?
Can't be sure if you've attended many performances, but Novigrad crowds can be particularly difficult.
Rotten apples, tomatoes, eggs, that sort of thing?
Axes, butcher's knives, and bricks, actually.
All right. Know anyone
Ow.
appropriate?
Try the docks, perhaps. You're bound to find some men willing to do any work for a few crowns.
How can I help you spread the word about the premiere?
Well, we'd like all the city to hear about it, so we must clearly talk to the Puffins.
Who are the Puffins?
Street artists. Get them to announce the premiere, and even the muscles on the harbour piling will hear about it.
Where'll I find them?
They did occupy some rooms in the Bits in a townhouse, but I can't be sure they're still there. I've not seen them in the streets lately. They may very well have hung up their body hose.
See if I can find them, and if they'll work for us.
Yeah, my day is
Thanks
going
for
good.
helping. I'll come back once I've found some ushers.
See you then.
Getting a little better in the case of not really that sleepy anymore. Or tired. Well, I'm still tired, but I'm always going to be tired. I just accepted it. Yo, dude, give me that height. But it is depending on what I do. Yo, miss, can I still talk to you?
Ah, there you are.
Thanks for helping. I'll come back once I found some
So
ashes.
yeah,
See you then.
I decided to stream a little earlier today because my boyfriend is out working. I am going to, because I just thought of something, I am going to make something during the stream. I wanted to do that before that, but I forgot. Forgive me. I won't be going very long, I'll be like 5-10 minutes. But I'm going to make some pastries. Some chocolate pastries. Because I want some chocolate pastries. Oh. Oh, hello. Okay. Okay, if that works, then... Okay.
Don't know who you're looking for.
Wait. So I have to go to the docks, but I also have to go to this one. Yahoo!
Oh,
I'm thinking that not apparent to you.
no loitering round here.
I wasn't loitering. See if I can go to them, and then I shall be back.
The eternal fire will light our way.
This house, has it always been crooked?
Of course not. Baby.
Nice tune. Damn sad, though.
Then it successfully conveys my mood. What do you seek here?
Looking for the puffins. Have I found them?
We've no coin. Leave us be.
Think there's been a mistake.
Sorry. Thought our landlord had hired another thug to collect from us.
Another thug? Flattered. Thanks.
Forgive us. You look threatening, and we've had our share of trouble lately.
Nisa's on edge these days. We all are.
And he's still juggling. Okay. Oh. All right. Give me a few. I'll be right back.
Don't want any coin from you.
Back for now.
In fact, I'm willing to pay you, provided you agree to get the word out about Madame Irina's new play.
Oh, afraid that's impossible. Ever since we premiered our fateful ballad about Holy Hemelfart, who his faith ignores, gorges himself, diddles old whores, Fatso's gang has been harassing us incessantly.
Fatso's gang?
Common thugs in the church's pay. City's full of gangs like that now.
They threatened Nisa.
Hey, Saffron.
Said they'd round off her pointy ears with a carving knife.
They don't let us.
I just drove them by fast.
Chase
Say
away
good luck with the
spectators,
game.
destroy our instruments.
Hope you have a wonderful
Maybe
day.
they've taken
Same
their
to
working
you, my
outside
dear.
our
Same
home.
to you.
We're at wit's end. No clue what to do.
You know that awkward pause in the conversation? You took that to a new level. Yup.
They harm any of you?
No, not yet. But it's merely a question of time.
Nisa overheard talking about setting fire to something.
All right. Say I get Fatso and his boys to leave you alone. Will you publicize Irina's play then?
Of course. But you shan't find it easy. There's no talking to that lot.
I'm not a great talker anyway.
Lol. Get rid of the thugs. Okay. Looking outside the province house. Where are you? Yay. Oh.
How dare you to say it again?
So you're the ones.
Oi, Fatso, look what we got here. Is it just me, or you got cat eyes?
Right, he does. Stray cat must have fucked his mum.
Now, what you doing in the city of eternal fire, cat shit?
Leave the puffins alone.
Weren't that insulted Hierarch Hemelfart? Called him an whoremonger? I'd sooner snuff out the holy flame itself.
Tell them fucking poets to come down here. Shove their fruits up their blaspheming arseholes.
Yeah, to play a different tune then, every time they fought.
Leave the puffins alone.
Aye, we will. Alone.
What the hell?
Black magic. He's a fucking witch. Get him!
Stop walking into his soul!
Fine, then you'll die.
All right, enough. Damn it, enough.
Chicken shit.
Ah, what a sight! You really showed them. 1-2 over the back, then pow, right in the noggin.
I'll finally be able to leave my home without hiding beneath a hood. Thank you very much.
Come on, it was nothing.
Oh, it was something, all right. And don't dare think we've forgotten our promise. We'll strip our voices ragged praising Irina's new play.
How much will I owe you?
Not a copper. Helped us out. See no reason why we shouldn't help you. Get half of town to come to the play. Wait and see.
Some quick preparations and we'll be out in the streets. Till the next.
Oh, they're very nice. Very, very nice.
So much work.
Oops. What are you sitting on? She's flying. Lols. She's flying. Careful, woman, you're gonna be told the witch. Go on, boys. Do King Radovid's bidding. Of course not. I just noticed the pants. Nice. Yep. Very nice pants. Very nice. Did more for the armor, but
Why the googly eyes?
I swear this outfit is like everything, bits and pieces.
Jackass.
That will change if I am able to get one of the school's outfits. But I still have to find those, so. Yay! Yeah, oh.
That's the place.
Greetings, Witcher. It's near.
Oh shit, it's Hattori. Sorry, Hattori.
Very well, but hurry, please.
Sorry, Hattori. You're way above my pay grade. God damn it. Well, a little bit, but where is it? Where's Hattori's? No. That one. Just a little bit high. I don't want to lose. Sorry, Hattori. Not yet.
Deliver us from here, then.
Good fight. Some nice footwork there.
Challenging me, or is it hell you want to face? A Witcher versus the Beast of Metina. Killer instinct versus primal rage.
You guys really from Nilfgaard?
He's from ploughing Metina, damn it! Not Nilfgaard. Raised by wild hounds on the windswept plains of Magdera. Brothers, forged in bloodshed. Veterans of Metina's infamous filthy arenas. Who dares face the wild men of the south? Who will look the beasts in the eye?
I'd like to hire you to help out. We're staging a play.
Need us to kick some ass on stage.
Actually want you to usher. Keep the peace. Make sure no one's ass gets kicked, on stage or off.
Got the wrong man. Ass kicking's what we do.
How about a wager? If I beat Hal, you'll come work for me, gratis.
See, Hal's no fan of mummies. Failed romance. Spare you the details. You'll need something special to convince him. Here's an idea. Take us both on, same time. Fight of the century. A Witcher against the two-headed dragon of Metina.
What if I lose?
Oh, you'll lose. But we'll still do your little job. You'll just pay us double.
The mask all grown down Geralt. Yeah, but it's from a quest. You have to play dress up to get some rich kid out of the way. So it's like a masquerade ball. That's where you get the mask. Sorry, I was checking on my pastries. Of course I will fight, Anthony. What do you take me for?
Lose, and it stays with us.
Double the wages, as promised. But if I win, I get it back.
Now, finish him! Got something special lined up.
Come on.
I don't know what I'm doing. Ah! Come on, come on, come on. That cheat! Ah, nope. Meow.
Not good.
Hey, that's not fair. I dodged! Nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Ah! How was that a miss? Fuck. No! Ah! No! No, 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 no! I want. It's not what I want. Ah, come on. Don't get cornered, don't get cornered, don't get cornered, come on. No. Oh, how is that a miss every time? Close, close, close. Nope. Oh, come on! Scheiße. Yeah, okay. Come on, come on, come on. That's one. Oh! Fuck going out.
Well, well. Ain't often you get such a lovely thrashing, eh, Al? Man's speechless, but I can see it on his mug. Bugger likes it. The time we got some rest, we'll guard whatever you want. For free, eh, Al? Your coin? Have it back. And don't fret, we'll get there before any of the dancing starts.
Well, I won. I won. Bloody Nora. Oh, I got stuck. Alright, I'm going back to the play. I'm not gonna start the play yet. I'm gonna check on my pastries again. Which are almost done, actually. Little chocolate Danish. Well.
You'll look fucking amazing on top of me.
Okay, well that wasn't part of the plan, but
Looking to make some coin too, hey?
alright, checking in on my pastries. Give me a moment. Hey, Peppermint! Welcome in! I'm making some chocolate pastries. A little bit like Danish, but with some filo pastry. And then some chocolate on there. I'll send a post on Twitter. So you can see. Alright, be right back guys. Couple of minutes. Oh my god, it came out so well! I sent some pictures in Discord already. Alright, you guys have posted a picture on Twitter. On Twitter. Might take a little while to load in, I'm sorry.
Managed to hire some
but it's there.
Wonderful. That's one matter resolved.
Wanted to talk about the text itself.
It's not at all badly written. In fact, I quite like it. I was willing to relax my standards to help Dudu, but we may have something very interesting here. I've very clear ideas who to cast as the servant, the witcher, and the queen, but I'm not certain who should play the prince and the princess.
These performances bring in much coin?
Well, it varies. On good days, the square is barely capable of accommodating everyone. Other times, we're lucky to earn a handful of coppers. Of course, we
Thank
should
you,
pay your fees
man.
well. You're a member of the ensemble now.
Thanks.
I am sorry I didn't ask earlier, my dear, but how are you doing? I'm sorry I couldn't be to all your streams lately. It's been a very busy time for me. And I've been very tired because of it. How's the stream going, and how did you find, well, the ending of Red Dead Redemption? Of the second part of Red Dead Redemption, I should say.
Who's playing the Witcher?
An amateur. It'll be my first time working with him, but I'm confident he'll pull it off.
Newcomer to the troupe?
In a sense. Oh, stop pretending you don't know. I'm talking about you.
It's a good idea. Doubt I'll get a standing ovation, but Dudu will see me. That's the key.
But you will make an effort, won't you? Learn your lines, at least.
I'll give it a shot, of course. So, about the princess. Small part, but an important one. Any idea who could play her?
Priscilla would be the obvious choice. She's young and beautiful. Yet, I do have more stage experience.
Let's have Priscilla do it. No offense, but most people...
Assign greater importance to appearance than to talent. I understand. I shall let her know. I'm certain she'll be wonderful.
Mom.
So who do you see playing the Doppler Prince?
Bessy's
I'm
hot.
finding it hard to decide between two candidates. Abelard Ritzer would be the safer bet. He's been part of our troupe for ages, has flawless technique, but he doesn't exactly captivate the crowds.
Who's your other option?
Maxim Bollier, outstanding actor, and audiences love him. But sadly, I can never be sure he'll show up sober, or that he'll show up at all.
Let's go with Abelard. I'll take a reliable artisan over an unpredictable artist any day.
Rightly so. The project is risky enough without our casting Maxim.
All right, got the cast figured out.
It seems so. Prepared to plunge headlong into your career as a mama?
Oh shit. Wait, are those lines?
Start.
Oh no! Fuck.
The
Okay.
script out of curiosity. We can start anytime, even now.
Well, we've no time to lose.
Okay.
Come to the stage.
I did read
Zoltan,
the lines.
what are you doing here?
What the fuck? Told me you like to putting on a play.
Were you playing the lead?
I'm not the lead.
Oh, I thought to myself, I'd sooner shave my beard than miss that. Tell me, Witcher, are you going to wear hose and a codpiece?
Calm, Geralt. You must focus your mind before you go on stage.
Good luck.
I did read the lines. I did read the lines. I hope I'm gonna say this right. Oh god. Oh god.
Ladies and gentlemen, most honorable citizens of the hallowed city of Novigrad, welcome. We have for you a tale moving and heartbreaking. Its title, The Doppler's Salvation. The players, Witcher Geralt as himself, Katarina as the Queen, Leo Ribe as the humble servant, appearing as the Prince, a veteran of the Novigrad stage, Abelard Ritza. And as the Princess, the lovely Trabaritz with the voice of a nightingale, Priscilla.
Oh god, this is gonna be something. And that is while I'm eating pastries. Oh god.
Majesty, the monster slayer awaits. Your summons he's answered and stands at the gates.
Show him in. I must speak to the man. Lest that dread beast take my daughter's hand. Witcher, your task is a matter most tender. Her monster shall show at tonight's feastly splendor. Stand guard, beware, kill the beast if he shows, and a grateful queen shall reward your woes.
What was it against? The slave beast most
foul.
foul.
'Twas for this I was made. I kill as my calling, not just to get paid.
He's swallowed
Hey,
the
Firecat,
bait.
I'm doing a
The
play!
fool of a witcher. I'll ensure the foul bow reveals his true figure. The monster revealed, the witcher shall strike. The beast will he slay, thrust his head on a pike.
Ah, my child will pity her love, this beast, but a fiend and a maid. No, this must cease.
How you doing, Firecat?
Gathered are
you
we,
doing, hubby?
a host
Oh, God.
fair and noble, to celebrate this day, the princess's betrothal.
Alas, no monster do I see or hear. Perhaps midst the guests he hides, in fear.
Okay, that sounded good. I wasn't sure about that one.
My dear,
I wasn't sure about that one.
long have we hid our love's tender fires. In stealth we'd meet, in deceit like liars. Tonight shall it end, be my wife, that's my plea. Our hearts torment over, we shall love for centuries.
Oh, darling, I will, I will, I will!
Wait, with wine must we toast this moment joyful. If not, a foul curse shall rend your lives woeful.
Treason, 'tis not wine, but a brew spiked with silver. Soon all shall see my true monstrous figure.
Hark, hark. 'Tis no prince, but a Doppler impostor.
God.
Sees men's hearts can love, for changelings foster.
Behold, Witcher, the beast of which I spoke. Unleash your sword. Let fly the killing stroke.
Stop, stop, beast or man! 'Tis my love, my betrothed.
Sheath your blades. Fear a Doppler? 'Tis a thing most foolish. Changing one's shape does not make one ghoulish. Remember, 'tis not flesh a monster makes. But a heart that is base, such as in this knave aches.
Witcher, 'tis true. This wretch's foul suspicions tainted my mind with this plan so malicious. The Doppler must live. My daughter he'll wed. Beast or man, she loves him truly, without dread.
'Tis our tale's end, good folk, and its moral is this. No monster is he whose shape can shift.
The Witcher is just a
That one I
true
knew.
Doppler's friend.
That one I knew, because that was the shortest of the shortest line of all.
But you, foul page, in chains you shall end.
Guard! Call the guard! Remove the traitor at once!
Hey, hear the princess's command? Come up here.
Come on then, Governor. Up you go. On stage.
Toss the traitor scum in the dungeon!
Don't be afraid. In the end, everyone will live happily ever after.
I think that's the right one. I didn't hear anything, but...
Doppler and princess wed the same night. The servant's heart melted. He wept at the sight.
Dopplers to the stake! Burn them all!
He's right. I'm Mummers. Don't know the Eternal Fire's commandments?
Blasphemers! Order teach them respect for the faith!
What are you on about? Shut the fuck up and clap before I tear you new arseholes!
Tear me a new one? We'll see about that. On your feet, boys! Give them a taste of hell in the name of the church!
Oh, shit.
Give us a hand, Witcher. Can't take them on our own.
Guess I'll have to fight anyway. I don't know if I did anything wrong, though. Nope, 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 nope. Uh-oh, I fell off the stage. Ah! Oh, you jeez. Rumble time! You said it! Oh shit. What? No. So I have to...
Fun's over! Back to your places! Come on now!
Loot feast begin. Alright, let me catch up with chat. I never read the lines myself. Such a mess. I have no idea how I managed that. I swear, I have no idea. Well, I did some plays before myself, and I do have to say I was good at remembering my lines, but these were so, well, what do you say? Weird? There's no other way for it. I think the word. I don't know how to manage that. I swear I don't. Yeah, I'm doing good, Firecat. Not as tired as before, but yeah.
You recognized me. How'd you do it?
Greetings, Dudu. Heard about that souvenir Horson left on your face.
So, you know everything? Have you seen Ciri?
No. Still looking for her.
Geralt! Masterful! You did great. Haven't they laughed that hard in ages? Lads won't believe it when I tell them.
Explain one thing to me. How'd you and Dandelion manage to displease Reuven, Horson, and the Temple Guard all at the same time?
It's not as if we planned it.
Yeah. Still a bit. I'm doing good. It's going better every day. That's the most important thing. I cheated, I saved before. Not even gonna lie. Well, it was a guess. Like I said, it was a guess. I guess my history of players actually worked out. Let's see if it goes well the next time, but I have no clue. I have no clue. Rumble time, yep, we had a rumble time. And he even said the rumble time. That was funny, actually. I didn't expect him to say that. How's everybody else in chat doing? Everybody alright?
I know Ciri went back to Horson's to get you. How'd you manage to escape?
I ran after her, wanting to keep up, but I'd have been a hindrance. She called out to me and treated me to shapeshift and disappear. I tried to find them, Ciri and Dandelion. It was as if they turned to vapor. Fearing for my life, I shifted each day, becoming someone else. Even considered turning into Ciri to trick her pursuers, but...
Slow down, Marmalade. Geralt, when did you last see Cirilla? Been a while, hasn't it?
A while, yeah.
For me, likewise. Must be a full-grown lass by now. Do us a wee favour. Show us Ciri for a moment.
Geralt?
Okay.
Transform. Change into her.
I feel strange. Both of you staring at me bug-eyed. Is that enough?
Yeah. Plenty. Bad idea.
Not angry with me, are you, Geralt?
No.
I feel relieved.
Oh, the feels?
And Dandelion? Were you able to find him?
Witch hunters nabbed him, but there's good news too.
Right in the fields. How's your voice today? Voice is going good. Yeah. Birthday tomorrow, celebrating today since I have to work. So cheers, everybody. Cheers and a happy birthday coming up for you, Anthony. Hope you have a splendid day. I shall drink a glass of wine for you tonight.
A fiend. Good thing someone finally killed it, though another just as bad or worse would likely take its place.
Wouldn't be so quick to assume. Got a feeling it could be a decent fellow.
What's he talking about?
We think we can free Dandelion. Just need your help.
What could I do?
Take on Menga's appearance, then go and give the order for Dandelion to be moved to Oxenfurt.
We'll lie in ambush in a ravine en route. Spring Dandelion from the convoy when it rolls by.
Wait, not so fast. How am I to be Menga? And I've no notion where Dandelion's being held.
Dandelion's on Temple Isle, imprisoned there. You'll need to find out exactly where.
But what if they grow suspicious? Start asking questions.
I'll bet my best axe no one will pester the commander of the Temple Guard. Besides, you're a Doppler and an actor. and an actor and a Doppler. Got double the spark to improvise your way out of any situation.
A Doppler, an actor, and a Doppler.
In the corner and transform into a buxom wench, a jackdaw, or whatever else strikes your fancy.
Of course, it's that simple. Thanks.
No one knows Menga's dead. No need to worry about being exposed.
No one, say you. Would this have anything to do with the fire at the Witch Hunters barracks?
We were in the area.
Aw, thank you, Anthony, for the
I
gifted
fully
sub
regret not seeing
to
that.
Peppermint. Very much appreciated. Peppermint, enjoy the emotes
You'll manage.
and the ad-free
Everybody
viewing.
believes Menga's missing. You can make up any story you want.
My lads and me will lie in ambush in the ravine. Geralt will then join
You
us.
didn't
and
answer
we'll
my
await
question,
word.
Jane.
But how am I
Wait,
to
which one?
contact you as Menga?
What did I
Send
miss?
word that the convoy's left.
You'll need to figure that out. Come on, Guile's your middle name.
So, we all clear? Dudu, get your ass to Temple Isle. I'm off to assemble.
But my voice is fine.
We're waiting for you, Geralt.
Yeah, my voice is doing fine. Like I said, it's getting better every day. Oh shit, I still have to do the community challenge. Whoops. Oh, I fucking knew it. I'm eating fire cat. Okay, fine. Fine. Wait, let me get a drink, okay? Let me get a drink. Ooh, my favorite song. I have a lot of favorite songs. Ooh, that's a tough one, actually. Should I go for my favorite Dutch song or my English song? Because I have a favorite, and that's a Dutch song, actually. But you wouldn't understand. So it's up to you. Do you want a Dutch song or an English song? English. Alright. Let me think. Well, I could do part of a song. It's a pretty old song, actually. And it is actually from a Dutch band, but they are retired, as far as I know. But it is an English song. Well, it's not exactly my favorite, though. I'll try Clown. I'll try Clown, actually. I guess it's funnier from where you're standing, because from over here I've missed a joke. Cleared the way for my crash landing. I've done it again. Another number for your nose. I'd be smiling if I wasn't so desperate. I'd be patient if I had the time. I could stop and answer all of your questions. As soon as I find out, I walk a move from the back of the line. I'll be your clown behind the glass. Go ahead and laugh, 'cause it's funny, I would too. If I saw me, I'll be your clown. on your favorite channel. My life, circus, circus, around in circles. I'm sailing out tonight. And I forgot the lyrics. Whoops! Ah! What was the lyrics again? I'd be less angry if it was my decision. And the money was just rolling in. Oh god, I really forgot the lines, guys. Help me! Help me! I don't know the lyrics. Shit. Choose another song. Choose another song. Well, I could do Just an Illusion, but that's not a really familiar song, I think. Let me see. Oh, wait. Should I try Summer of '69? I could try Summer of '69, actually. I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and done. Played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit and Jody got married. I should have known, never get far. Oh, when I look back now, the summer seemed to last forever. And if I had a choice, yeah, I always wanna be there. Those were the best days of my life. Ain't no use in complaining when you got a job to do. Spend my evenings down at the drive-in, and that's where I met you, yeah. Standing on your mama's porch, you told me that you wait forever. Oh, waiting on my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. Oh yeah, back in the summer of '69. Oh yeah. Well, they weren't cool in town. We were young and restless, a minute to wine. I guess nothing can last forever, forever, no. And now the times are changing, looking everything has come and gone. Sometimes when I play that old 6-string, I think about you wondering what went wrong. Standing on your mama's porch, you told me that you asked forever. Oh, waiting on my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. Back in the summer of '69. Oh yeah, the 69. Mm. Well, you guys know the ending. I wish I could play the guitar like that, but I can't. You satisfied, Firecat? It was horrible. It was probably horrible. I felt a little bug in my throat. I felt like a little piece of the pastry was stuck in my throat. I still feel it. Well, I don't think it was good, but we'll see. We'll see. And now my throat is ripped over for 2 weeks more. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah. You done tormenting me?
Yeah, see you in the ravine.
Whoa, wait! Hold on! What happens after? I hope you don't expect me to continue as Menga, live like Chappelle, burning the occasional heretic to keep up appearances?
No, once it's over, we expect to see you at the Rosemary in Time, where we'll all meet.
To get pissed like wild badgers. So, settled? Let's get to work.
You were marvelous. Not a single mistake.
The performance in general.
Hey!
What did you think?
I doubt the audience understood it all, but that's to be expected. I'm just pleased the Puffins got the word out. That was quite the crowd. You were right to cast Abelard as the prince. It's likely Maxim would have shown up drunk as a fish or forgotten about the premiere altogether. Here you are. Your fee.
I made my own mistake.
Admit your style of mumming, well, it's quite minimalist. Did you study anywhere?
At Kaer Morhen. Minimum expression means maximum effect. Thanks for the coin. Take care now.
Lol, Geralt, lol. Solid 7 out of 10. I'll take that. I'll take that. I can't believe I lost the words to clown though. Pretty sure I made some mistakes here and there, but it's fine. I really should put up the song, the lyrics for a song next time. Remind me, guys, remind me. 'Cause I will. It was great, much love. Thank you, Firecat. One of my favorite songs to sing when I'm drinking, sitting in the park, Billy Steed.
Your lady the bats are snapping the muck for the work, you mate.
Wait, should I talk to Dijkstra? I'm gonna talk to Dijkstra anyway. Dijkstra! Where are you? Under pressure. Don't make me sing that. I cannot sing Queen. I cannot sing Queen. Well, I can try, but this sounds horrible. Ziggy Ruven.
Got a minute?
I do.
Now I got a song stuck in my head. Goddamn. Queen.
Recently mentioned you, have something of a soft spot for me. Gotta ask you a favor.
Oh, that's quite the start, Geralt. What's it you want?
Need to carry out an ambush. Could use
Might try Jolene next time.
What's this about?
Give me men who will survive the fight. They can tell you afterwards.
I like you, Geralt. That's why I'll give you not one, not two, but 3 of my best men.
3's enough.
Then it's settled.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be a problem. Dang. Oh, wait. Wait. Make up your mind. She's constantly changing if it's up to one side or the other. Why are they running? Never seen them run before. Oh, wrong way. Where's the side of the ambush? Oh, it's over there. Gets to the end. All the cats are agitated with me because they hate me. I want to. Oh, hello. I want to break free. Wait. Yeah, like seriously, fast travel posts are great.
Seems everything's ready.
Aye.
And I read that too.
Red
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Against the whole unit if need be. And you know, I think it's a great plan all round, and I'm always glad to help. And it's not like I'm not eager to crack some holier-than-thou
But
skulls, but seeing as we've got a Doppler, wouldn't it have been easier to have him release Dandelion and be done with it?
Why is he so...
Too suspicious.
Why are you so nervous?
Menga disappears, then shows up with a scar on his face to release Dandelion.
I suppose you're right.
Priscilla, what are you doing here?
Some child brought a note from Dudu. The convoy will leave at dawn. May I stay with you? I can't stand it. Sitting at home, worrying about Dandelion.
Never fear, my dear. You'll get your warbler back. Just hope he's got his... Damn it! What a witch the rhymes in the presence of a lady.
Go back to town.
Please, I shan't be any trouble.
Come on, Geralt. Leave it go. Let her stay. Look at her.
Sorry, that got me.
Happy-eyed.
That got me.
Like my Mutsi when his guts knotted up.
I don't like admitting I'm lazy, but... Well, most of the time I streamed, if I'm exploring, then I will use them at the absolute minimum. Unless it's like I have to do a quest on the other side of the fucking planet, then of course. But if I'm exploring, then no, I will not use them. If I'm doing missions like this, then yes, I will.
Fine. Stay.
I can't turn her away.
Condition.
I know, as soon as the fighting starts, I'm to stand at a distance.
Not much happening just yet, and there may be some time before it does.
Well, how about a game of Gwent?
Oh, give me.
Sure.
Give me.
Let's play.
God. I want God. Give me God. Oh, I got Philippa. Hello, Philippa. Are you on all of them? No. Ah. Ooh, hello. Anthony, sorry, but my gaming skills has not been improved. My grand. Yeah, I know. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. Sorry, Sultan. Gonna do dishes. Okay. No worries. Hey, I got a spike. I always use spike. I do not like you, Philippa. I hurt. Oh, hello. I like you. Let me destroy one card though. You do dishes for you, kid. I will see you soon. Yeah. Stop being mean to me. That's better. Get away with you. And then I'll use these. And oh yeah. As you can see, my deck has improved. I'm gonna save again. I have Yan too. I was expecting that. I know. Do I care? No. That's fine. I was gonna use the same tactic on him, but sorry. We have Trist Medical. Ah, you fucking twat. Alright. Doing that on purpose. Better. That's fine. You're being picky. Why are you being picky? What do you mean? Yeah, of course you have that card. Oh. Ah, still gonna beat you. Ha! Ha! Bitch! Heh heh. Win is a win. Got him. Got him. Got him.
This was a stupid idea.
You're the one who wanted to play.
They're coming! They're coming now!
Okay.
Priscilla, stay here.
Guess we fight. Hello, dear. Oh no, the horses. Not the horses. That's fine, Anthony. Uh-oh.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Geralt, go after him. Leave these here to us.
Shit, here. Lost him. Gotta look for tracks.
Fun. God damn it.
Hey there.
Okay. Can you just dismount? I'm asking you to dismount. Fuck. Oh, I'm not able to read them. Okay.
Go, go. Prints are deep. Horse was carrying a heavy load. Calm down, Roach. Just bees.
Roger doesn't like the bees. I don't mind bees as long as they don't sting me. Come on.
Hoof prints. Anyone ride through here?
Yo, dude.
2 men. One slung over the saddle like a sack.
Oh, aye, something of the kind dashed by. Turned left there. But 'twere a wench you were carrying, swear it on me head, squealing and wailing so.
Come on.
Oh, wait. What's that?
Scents familiar. Mm-hmm. Nuit de Beauclair. Dandelion uses it by the bucket. Trail should be clear. Looks like it might have started limping. Their horse collapsed. Can't be far.
Witch hunters? Hey, you! What the hell's afoot here?
What is it?
You tell me! One of them hunters barged into our hut, turned us out before we could so much as fart in protest.
There another man with him? Tall, dark-haired?
Aye, jabbering the whole time.
Dandelion. So, Hunter's barricaded himself inside? There another way in?
Truth be told, there is.
Where's this other way in?
Aren't you curious? It's an ordinary tunnel, back way out in case of trouble.
We don't let strangers in there. Show it to them even. And there's...
Shut it.
Want to get rid of this hunter or not?
Honest? We'd see you all gone. But he'll do for a start. Here, the key. Cellar door.
Oh, that was easy.
Thanks.
You making beer? You got hop essence. Aha. Excuse you. Open the thing. Thank you.
And how can I be sure that you won't try anything? I'll go with you. Not like I really have a choice now, do I? And there'll be no trickery along the way. I could wring your neck like a fat hen, you will. Yes, but I also realize you won't. My corpse is worth nothing to you, whereas alive, like I said, 100 gold ingots. 100 gold ingots. No more, no less. Or I'm not Julian Alfred Tankwax Viscount Galettenhove. Viscount? Come on. You can have a wise choice. Very wise. Might not be more than a sergeant today, but tomorrow.
Quiet. Thought we heard something.
What? No, you see, me and Dad, we don't.
God damn it. Does he climb back down?
Come on, come closer.
Hi, Dandelion. You got the thing off your mouth.
Must you ruin everything? I had him just where I wanted him. It is good to see you, friend. Been a while since you were last in Novigrad. What's...
Come on, we'll talk outside.
Priscilla! What are you doing here?
You all right? You had me worried sick.
Dandelion, you rascal. Got this lass to thank for his racing after yous. She chivied and chivied.
Shame you arrived too late to see us hoodwink that hunter. I had a plan all set, but then Geralt.
Dandelion, I need to ask you something. It's important, so focus. Where's Ciri?
Ciri? I thought, seeing how you're here, you haven't seen her? Well, I don't know where she is.
I know you tried to help her. Gotta say, I'm having trouble understanding why you went to Whoreson Jr. of all people.
No one else came to mind. Maybe, given more time, I'd have done things differently, but Ciri said the Wild Hunt was on her tail. Whoreson seemed pretty harmless by comparison.
Something went wrong.
So you've heard everything. I hope you're not mad. You can't be. My plan was perfect. Until we put it in motion. How was I supposed to know Menge was after Dudu?
Heard enough about your plan. Need to know what happened to Ciri now. When did you last see her?
We were on Temple Isle, running from Whoreson's men.
Oh, flashback. Ciri. I love Ciri's abilities. Oh my god. Dash, dash, dash. Go on, give it to me. Pretty please.
Grab the bitch! Keep it together, mates! We can't kill him!
I love that. Woo! Oh, you're not dead? Oh, yeah.
They barred all the gates. We have to run. Grab a horse to the temple.
Running, running, yeah! Try me. Miss. Yeehaw! It's me again.
Leave your horse! We have to! We're almost there!
Hey, that's not fair, huh? Okay, that was easy. Thank you, horsey. Way too easy.
They're ready for the square. After them. Guards! Guards!
Dandelion!
Ciri! Ciri? Damn it!
Arrest that man!
Ooh.
Ah, what an adventure. One minute we were pulling off the heist of the century, the next we were prey. A pack of hunters on our tail.
Yeah, a splendid story, but I think I've had my fill of this boasting. Come, Zoltan. We must convince the halflings they saw nothing at all.
Gave me enough material for a volume of ballads. And this one will sell like hotcakes.
That all you care about? The ballads this'll inspire? Egos swell a bit lately? Getting more and more selfish with age.
What is that about?
It's about Ciri.
Why would I ever worry about her? You have any idea how she fights? The girl can take care of herself, believe me. Anyway, she's got to come back for that little box. The trinket that started it all.
Mean this?
You get it from Whoreson? Whoa, Ciri'll be overjoyed. Whoreson, on the other hand, has got to be pretty furious.
Well, he wasn't exactly thrilled.
Hey, while you were at it, you didn't think to put in a good word for me, did you? Something like, I never intended to cheat him, and if he harms a hair on my head, he'll have you to deal with.
Ran out of time.
You don't care a lick about your friends.
Hey, that's not true.
What about Siggy Reuven? How's he doing?
Fine, last I heard.
Oh, that's too bad. Because I have a sneaking suspicion he might be a teeny bit mad at me.
Ciri ever tell you what this is? And Whoreson, why'd she go to him with it?
She went to Whoreson because I took her there.
Could have guessed that was your idea.
What? Her magic bauble was broken. Whoreson had access to the mages who could fix it. Besides, she needed help deciphering a curse. It's incantation.
What was Ciri's interest in this curse? Did she want to cast it or lift it? She tell you?
She wasn't all that willing to talk about it. I didn't want to pry.
The one time when it might have been useful.
But I'm almost positive she meant to lift it.
Off who? What? Or was it about her directly?
No. I don't think so. I mean, she didn't look cursed. But boy, was she in a hurry.
Know any more about the curse? Something specific, a detail, anything?
Well, I know the words.
You're kidding.
No, they were Elven. Ciri was constantly repeating them to herself. Probably not to forget. Went like this. Vafile Elaine, Kiadmil Foli. Gladiv Dorn Ep Tanaid Bundro Isne Iakas.
Doesn't mean a thing to me.
Even less to me.
Damn it, that's just not enough. Ciri say anything else?
Didn't say much at all, to be honest. Geralt, she's no longer that little girl who ran around Kaer Morhen. Sure, she's still impulsive, alive, but she's also stubborn and sulky. Apple didn't fall far from the tree, let me tell you.
Right.
And that's my neighbor started drilling again.
I was so close.
I thought he was finished already.
She came here from Velen. Somebody there helped her, apparently. Maybe she went back.
The day after yesterday, he was drilling until midnight.
Said she
I'm not joking.
Novigrad to look for Yen and me. And Yen's in Skellige, looking into traces she thinks Ciri left behind there.
So, Skellige?
Skellige.
You two have chatted enough. Now it's my turn to talk to Dandelion.
And I'll gladly have a go at him when you're done. I have to get back to the
Yeah.
rosemary in time.
Well, I've certainly had my share of excitement for one day. A juicy roast in a soft bed with fluffy pillows. I think that's the least I'm owed. We haven't seen each other, talked, in ages. Consider dropping by if you're in the area.
I'm sure to be by sometime soon.
I'll hold you to that, Geralt. See you soon. And thanks again for today.
Oh, she's riding Saizo. Nice. Do that. No, no, no. No, no, no. No. I am gonna do that one.
Get out, pal.
Why ever would he want that?
Yo, what's up?
We are grateful you wanted to demonstrate that. So, we got this wee gift for you.
Portrait of the Hierarch. Nice.
It's nothing really. Got oodles of them. Just, if you wouldn't mind not mentioning where you got it. Alright?
Alright. Farewell.
Well, thank you for the painting. Okay. You know what? Let's see if I can still do that before doing this one. This isn't in Skellige, right? Is it this Skellige? No. Alright. Oh! I'm standing right next to one. Oh, now there's notices over here. Fine, I'll go here then.
You'll see this one, but you've fairness in your eyes.
No, 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 no. 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 I said no. Nope. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna be lazy. I'm gonna be lazy. Yoink. And that gives me time to clean up my plate. Give me a sec, guys. Be right back. Well, my neighbor's drilling again and again. I will switch off my mic on and off, just so you know. Yo, dude!
Don't like folk wandering around here.
Oh, yeah? Well, got a beast you need someone to get rid of? I'm here about the notice.
Supervisor Lund posted it. Yeah, a beast haunts the outskirts, murdering folk. Got them scared to leave their homes after dusk.
Faggot, what time are you gonna stream?
Like to talk
No, it's your
to the
day off, I
supervisor.
think.
Too bad he don't receive petitioners.
So what's he do exactly?
Delivers relief on behalf of the city council, flour and groats for the paupers, meaning he don't do it personally. He's got men for that. He himself,
Supervisor.
I can't really hear it anyway, so I'm fucking deaf. Okay. Well, it's good that I have a headset on, but it's basically I can hear it loud and clear through everything. Even if I'm listening to music, I can hear it through my headset. But it's a good thing that the mic is not picking it up, or at least not in a great amount. But it's idiotic because it's like 2 doors over, and I can still hear it loud and clear. It's annoying. And like I said, the last time that he did was at almost midnight 2 days ago. So I just wish he's fucking done already.
best hurry then, some other bloke's already after it.
Some neighbors already complained to it.
When did you find the last victim?
Just last night. Hubert, a beggar, but a decent man. I'd let him sleep in the shed from time to time. That one on the right. Eustace hasn't come for the corpse yet. It's lying in there where I found it.
Any eyewitnesses to these attacks?
No, just the bodies. Beast appears only at night. Chooses isolated victims.
Who took the contract?
Didn't see the man. Was just told some brave fool turned up.
Well, great. That's not my duty to me.
So long.
Alright. Oh wait, I still have a character point. Yeah, well, good luck. I guess I shouldn't complain too much because, like I said, it will be over soon. At least I hope. Yeah. They also had to, the neighbors also had to endure that people build stuff over here, so...
Blood's all sucked out. A lesser vampire?
Oh, great.
Blood, but not human. Monster was wounded.
I swear if it's another,
Not the marks of a Garcane or a Fletter.
Gakanos something. Oh, it's a different one. I already faced a lesser vampire in the series, but this is a different one then.
Well, seems like it had lost some strength. Was sneaking along the shoreline. Tracks end here. Ought to look for prints on the other side.
Wait. Is there something red on the bottom? No. I see. Lots of loot. I will grab that loot.
rat corpses.
Rat?
Not a drop of blood left in him. Gotta be an Ekimara. Came out of the water here. Gotta look for more tracks.
Well, of course it's hiding in here. Wouldn't be a surprise. Well. Ooh, more stuff. Let me up.
And with that, you're fucked. Huh? What the fuck?
Wait. Let's see. Kimaras. Katakans. That was the one. That was Puffball Vampire. Alright. Do I have those Puffball in my... Yes, I do. Nice. Alright. Inventory. Loot all the loot. Yes, I'm a loot goblin. I shall. Of course I shall. Enhanced Vampire Royal. Griffin, Cockatrice, Rare, New Rare, Foglit, Fiend, Blow, Short. Wait, I thought I made more. Fine, I'll use that one then. I thought I had a vampire thingy. Guess I did not. Oh, and I still haven't... Okay. No, wrong one. There you go. Alright. Hear him. Wait, he's fighting someone? No, he's fighting someone. Wait, he's fighting a... Is he fighting a witcher? It's Lambert! Okay. What the fuck, Lambert?
Greetings, Lambert.
Damn, it's good to see you, Wolf.
Decide to do some hunting in Novigrad? For as I remember, you never liked this city.
Still don't. Thing is, I got a certain matter to take care of.
What have you been up to? Any luck on the path?
A lot, in fact. Quite the takings in Lan Exeter. Was asked to hunt down a giant who turned out to be a forest troll, and some bandits.
Bandits?
Came as a package with the troll.
The matter you mentioned. Anything I can help with?
Maybe. But we'll talk about that later. Got a reward to collect. I'm kinda in a hurry. Let's say you've earned half. What the hell?
Let's go.
I found Lambert.
So?
What do you think? We did what we had to do. Time to pay up.
Wait here, I'll go see the supervisor, get your reward.
Do that ourselves. No reason you should abandon your post.
Can't argue with reason. Go on in.
I still think it's weird that Lambert got one sword
We
and
dealt
I
with
have
the
two.
monster at the docks. Here for our reward.
Witches? Since when do you travel in pairs?
A lot of dangers lie in wait for a lone witcher. Bandits, for example.
I advise you to change your tone.
Where's Yad Karadin? Talk.
Who?
Trust me, Geralt, this is important. There's something I gotta know.
I do not know any Karadin. Take your coin for the before and bugger off, before I lose my temper.
Where's Yad Karadin? Asking you for the last time.
Guards! To the dungeon with them!
Oh, God. Really, Lambert? In flames, you boys. Dang it, Lambert.
This guy's more trouble than the Ekimara.
Karadin's disappeared, I swear. The others too. I only know of Vienne.
What about Vienne?
She drinks at the Seven Cats. There day and night.
See? You can be helpful.
Lambert.
That was murder. Was that really necessary?
Yes. More guardsmen will show soon. Let's go. Meet me at the Seven Cats. Tell you everything there.
The Tavern Vienne frequents?
Yeah, see you later.
The fuck? No, don't do that. Relight. Come on. Give me the loot. Thank you. Jesus, why did I have to look down for that? I'm not going to the Seven Cats yet. I'm going back across the water. Get the loot. Get the loot. Body's there. Don't tell me it's an old one. More loot, more loot. Give me all the loot. Alright, been there, done that. To the Seven Cats we go. Meow. You gonna scream at me? Here you are. Oh, scream at me. Hey. Dude.
All right, high time
Dude,
you
what the
explain
fuck
some
was it?
things. Why'd you kill Lund? What's this all about?
Want the short version or the long one?
Let me hear the whole thing.
I had a friend. Aiden was his name.
You had a friend?
Oh, fucking hilarious. I met him soon after I'd accepted a contract to lift the curse from the Ogre of Elander. Aiden had been hired to kill it. He was a witcher from the School of the Cat.
Far as I remember, the ogre was killed in the end.
Yeah. After it gutted my employer, we really didn't have a choice. I cut a deal with Aiden. We joined forces, split the reward for killing the ogre between us. After that, we worked together a lot. Hands down the best man I'd ever met. I mean, I like you, you know that. Still, no comparison.
What happened to him?
Some time ago, Aiden took on a contract to lift a curse off a duke's daughter. It was a political mess from the start. Then there was hatred for the School of the Cat to deal with.
They worked hard to deserve that hate. Basically turned hired assassins.
Aiden wasn't like that. Anyway, some of the Duke's courtiers had designs. Weren't at all keen on the curse being lifted from the Duke's firstborn. So a band of trained assassins ambushed Aiden. Murdered him. Our dear supervisor was one of them.
And yet, Caridin?
The assassin's leader. And the one to deal the mortal blow.
Sorry about your friend.
Don't need your sympathy. Just your help. We have to talk to Vienne. Must have had enough to drink by now. Let's go.
Vienne?
What do you want?
We want to see Yad Caridin.
Now, why would I help you?
It's really important to my friend here.
And what will I get out of it?
Pay for your beer, for starters. Then we'll see how valuable your information is.
I was part of Caridin's band, but when was that? I don't know where to find him. I've fallen out with a lot. Besides, he's no longer chummy with his old mates. Word around town is it's changed.
Caridin's changed? What do you mean?
He's dropped all his old connections. Stopped taking on petty killings. He's hidden himself away in some hole. Must be planning something big.
Who else was in Caridin's band?
Aside from me, Sleaze, Hammond, and Lund, but they've scattered all over the world. Sleaze went to Tretogor, Hammond to Skellige, and Lund...
Lund's dead.
Finally met his match. Well, you've only Hammond or Sleaze to talk to then.
This Celise. Where can we find her?
She's done well for herself. Runs a brothel in Tretogor, the kind rich men frequent. Whores suck information out of them. Then she sells it.
Name of this brothel?
The Black Lily. Celise always did have horrible taste.
We need information about Hammond.
Carradin's right-hand man once. When the band broke up, he went back to Pharaoh whence he had come. He's a pirate now. Even the Jarls treat him with respect.
What about you? What's your story?
Scoia'tael. Unit was decimated, so I joined Carradin. They never treated me as an equal. No. I could hit a sparrow from 100 paces, but I was never good enough for Carradin. He always preferred that cunt Celise.
You have a hand in the murder of the Witcher Aiden?
Perhaps. I don't remember.
Satisfied?
She doesn't know anything. We need to talk to Hammond and Celise.
Don't go looking for Carradin. If he senses you nipping at his heels, he'll kill you without batting an eye.
We'll see. As for you...
No, Lambert.
Right. Better to leave her like this.
What about my coin? Arseholes.
You gotta help me, Geralt. Best thing will be to split up. You sail to Skellige. Try to squeeze something out of Hammond. I'll go to Tretogor and meet with Celise.
Lambert, let's talk about this.
No, let's not. This is one of those situations. Serious situations when you don't ask unnecessary questions and just help your friend.
Where'll we meet once I'm back?
At the Nowhere Inn.
All right, I'm off. Good luck.
Alright, so I have to go to Skellige for that one. Can I? Where is Lambert? Oh, he's somewhere else too. Shit. Okay. Not able to do that yet. Cabaret. Yeah, let's do that one. Oh, hang on. Fast traveler.
She cast no spells. On my honor.
An elf's honor worth less than a man.
Another drifter in from Temeria.
Is this truly? I'd give you a certificate for heroic deeds, but the madam...
I can't control what I inherit.
You can control what you do with it.
I know, which is exactly why I'm considering...
Oh, you're always considering...
You don't hear the
If it's not one thing, it's
drilling,
another.
right?
Let me know when you find your side.
Blood came out.
What was that about?
She spat in my face. Or might as well have. Called me a whoremonger and a witless hack. Can you imagine? Wit is my forte.
Gotta say, Priscilla's really growing on me.
Save it.
And why don't you save your pouting? Prove to her she's wrong.
Exactly what I plan to do. I've always dreamed of having my own cabaret. A bit of paint and plaster, and this place will do splendidly. Just one hitch. I need coin. So, if you happen to get a break between drowners and ecamajigs, maybe you can help an old friend out.
Ecamajigs.
Where do you get this cabaret idea?
It's been a dream for years. Ever since we went to see one in Oxenford. Remember? The dancer hanging from a chandelier? And once she was completely downside up, she called you over and...
I remember.
How could you forget? And this place will be even better, I promise. That is, of course, if I can scrounge together the funds for some remodeling.
How can I help you?
I dated this girl once, Sophronia. That's a name if you can believe it. Has a merchant for a father, importer of spices from Zerrikania. And Daddy Dear would never refuse his daughter Dear a thing. We can borrow the coin from her.
Name rings a bell. Isn't this the woman you abandoned without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle of wine, never to return?
I bought that wine for a reason.
Long time ago, that.
Been away a while, sure. Which is why I need to draw on your authority. You've got some, you know, no matter what you might think.
Fine. Tell me what you want. Got a feeling you've a plan all cooked up.
Sophronia could still be holding a grudge after our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me. And then give me that loan.
What's this help entail?
First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Irina, one of her props. You know, the kind they use during performances? Get that, then meet me outside Sophronia's house.
Excuse me. Yeah, I was muted because of the drilling.
I agree and go see Madame Irina. What'll you be doing in the meantime?
Something I have to finish. But I promise I'll do it before you come back with the sword. Then I'll tell you the rest.
So yeah, like I said, I was muted a little bit for the drilling because I was scared that you guys might have heard that. But I guess it's going fine. Thank you for keeping the chat alive, Anthony. Very, very much appreciated. So let's continue on. Let's see.
The only butts in this plan will be the ones filling my seats. It'll work, you'll see. Get the sword from Madame Irina and meet me outside Sophronia's at sunset.
Old man Newman left me a gift last time. What? I'd give you a discount for heroic deeds, but madam, well, you know.
Alright,
The last individual who tried to come in on my business, it took them a month to find him. Am I being clear, Chive?
What's the fuss about? Can you not treat me as a bit of healthy competition?
Why are you even talking to him, Duke? I've always maintained 2 smashed knees are worth 1,000 words.
Oh, get out. Glad you came.
There a problem?
A problem? There's some kind of problem here, gents. Oh, just wanted you to meet my new pals before they bugger the fuck off. Because we're just parting, right?
We'll have our reckoning yet, Chive. Soon.
What's this? Some flea-ridden mutant got you scared, Duke? Just say the word. I'll take care of him. Take a peek at what he's got inside, then make the midget eat it. Sound good?
Next time, Earl. Let's go.
Right, and don't show your hides round here ever again. Well, that puts me up to the neck in fucking shite without the shovel.
Okay. No worries,
Shady,
you've
those
talking to
guys.
myself, Lon.
Who were they?
Don't worry.
Puffed up fish bladders, Duke. Word does he's out to be the new horse son junior, but the bugger's missing a hell of a lot. Specifically coin, influence, men, and class.
And the other?
Earl. A scumjug like few others. Skin of my arse twitches at the sight of him. Back in Mahakam, we'd send sow buggers like that down the coalface with a bundle of powder and a leaky lamp.
You can live in any fictional universe. Which one? Difficult. Difficult. Part of me says Red Dead. Part of me says The Witcher. Part of me says Assassin's Creed. That's my answer.
What's this all about? Doing business with them?
Exactly the ploughing opposite. You see, Geralt, old pal...
About to ask me for help, aren't you?
The thing is, I sort of kind of owe a wee sum to a mutual acquaintance, Francis Bedlam, the king of beggars. To pay off the debt,
Uh-oh.
I've made up my mind to get serious about Gwent.
Getting better by the minute.
Not the playing of it, mind you, but the cards themselves. The rarest of them fetch princely sums these days. Sadly, that's not exactly arcane knowledge. Got a buyer in heat for my collection, missing just 3 cards. But Duke's dregs are all over my arse, so... What do you say, Geralt?
Fine.
Ooh,
We'll try to
Matrix
hunt down those
universe.
cards.
Nice.
Which ones you need?
Fringilla, Vigo, Isengrim, and John Natalis. Devilish hard to get hold of. Duke's been trying too, hasn't had any luck.
Wait, you don't even know where to look for these cards?
Nah, it's not as bad as that. I'm betting Zed's got them. He quit fencing recently, only deals in cards now. Unfortunately, the arsewite won't talk to me. Not after I bought a one-of-a-kind Scoia'tael card out from under his nose. Would you mind going to see him?
Zed. Sounds familiar.
Big fish in the card pond. There's a shop along the south wall. And thank you, Geralt. I actually think I stand to pay off this debt now.
No problem. See you later, Zoltan.
Kitty Cuddy cards. Out of the way.
Oh.
What do you want?
Telling you for the last time. Go away.
It's the eye.
Locked. It looks like Zed's inside, and in hot water. Gotta find another way in.
Sick of it all.
Climbing the walls. Let me up. Ship tipped into any creature, real or fictional. Ooh, sometimes I would say horse, just because I would like to know how that is like. Sometimes I would say Siri, actually. She's badass, I mean, hello. And she's not bad looking either.
Must be Zed.
Why is there a body?
Find it?
No.
Duke will be peeved we didn't get Zed to spill where he keeps the ledger.
I tried, didn't I?
Might have pressed him too hard. Shit. Well, At least we got the Isengrim card.
Greetings.
Come on, Ringo. Time to shine. Get him!
Any last words?
Who has to guard you?
Royal Tiana from the Scoia'tael deck. Wonder how much this card's worth. Hey, we're looking for something. Ledger might be worth snooping around for. Either Zed had an ornery cat, or there's a hidden compartment under there. Must be the names of people Zed sold cards to. Zoltan ought to have a look at this.
Ever since I saw the Harry Potter movie when I was young. Oh, nice. Also a very good choice.
Zoltan?
Geralt.
Yeah, Triadic Dog is amazing.
You've been in town a while. Maybe you can tell me. Radovid and Emir.
Nice
hasn't
puppy.
either taken the city.
Excellent question. I believe I can clear the mystery up for you. War requires resources wherewithal. Novigrad's a large port with a powerful fleet and a treasury overflowing with gold. All that makes it a tasty morsel. Tempting for both Redania and Nilfgaard.
I understand the city's walls are high, its arsenals are full of weapons.
Then you don't understand much. True, a siege be a long and grueling affair, but more importantly, everything that's valuable in Novigrad could disappear faster than a mayfly's dream. The Big Four's made it known that should things come to a head, the fleet's flambeau.
Phoenix, yes.
And any assault on the city sure to touch off riots, during which the church's coffers could very well be looted bare. So, anyone wanting Novigrad's wealth, its ships, has no choice but to deal with its criminal underworld.
What can you tell me about Novigrad's underworld?
Got one concept for you. The Big Four. Siggy Reuven, the King of Beggars, Cleaver, and Whoreson Jr. What do you call a triumvirate, but with 4 individuals?
No idea.
Well, there are 4, and they've carved the city into spheres of influence. Nothing happens without them knowing about it and approving it. Rumor is Whoreson recently quarreled with the others, but I know nothing more.
Never die, just reborn from the ashes.
About
Yes,
those cards.
indeed.
You got them?
Got the Isengrim card.
Show it here. Ha! They say elves are beautiful. Zed give you much trouble?
Zed's dead. I ran into his murderers.
Won't cry over spilt Zed. What about the other cards?
Zoltan, sure this business isn't getting a little too dangerous? I mean, men are dying over these cards.
Just Zed. Believe you me, he wasn't an innocent bystander. Besides, I'm certain you snuffed his killers out on the spot, so why worry? Tell me about the other cards instead.
Didn't find the other cards.
Fuck! Bugger must have sold them.
Listen, got Zed's ledger.
Show me. Entries show him selling the cards to Caesar Bilson in Ravi. Could have been worse. We need to pay him a visit.
Who's Caesar Bilson?
Cleaver's clerk. A decent fellow once, but so high and mighty now you can't drink with him, let alone go fishing.
Fishing?
We met at the Anglers Club, the pride of the Pontar. But Caesar don't show around there no more. So caught up in his new role, he almost never leaves his house.
At least we won't have to run around town looking for him. Ravi, who's he?
A common card sharp and a swindler. Boggles my mind where he got the coin for the Natalis card. Ever since I gave him a smacking, things between us have been frosty. So you'll have to see him alone.
Zoltan, seems awful important to you. I'll try to get you those cards.
Thanks, Geralt. We can see Caesar together. Meet me outside his townhouse. Gaudiest eyesore on Hierarch Square. He had the facade painted gold. And if you want to see Ravi first, I'd look for him at the Golden Sturgeon if I were you.
All right. See you later.
And no need to pussyfoot around with Ravi. Beat him about the ears a bit. He'll cave. Well, good luck to you, Geralt.
Before I go though, I'm gonna try to talk to Dandelion.
Got a minute?
I'm gonna keep
For you, my
throwing
friend,
at you.
always.
Feel free to ignore. Yeah, it's fine.
Gotta tell me, how do you wind up owning this establishment?
You'll never believe this. I inherited it from none other than Alonzo Wiley, Whoreson Sr. himself.
You're right, I don't believe it.
Alonzo ruled the local underworld with an iron fist, but deep down, he was a romantic, pure as they come. This place is one of the reasons his son's not my biggest fan. See, Cyprian Jr., that is, wanted to make this a brothel, but the Rosemary went to me, and I planned to turn it into the most elegant venue in town, a den of art and culture.
How do you and Priscilla meet?
Huh.
Ow.
It was at the court of Duke
Ow.
Hereward, the annual balladry contest. We faced off in the fight.
Who won?
I hear it now.
I don't remember.
I bet. Probably lost and you don't want to admit it.
Actually, she'd caught my eye, so I let her win. I was counting on getting a prize after the contest.
And? Did you?
That, my friend, is not your concern.
I do hear it now. The fuck? What is your most prized possession? That's actually quite tough. About 2 years ago, I would say my animals were my most prized possession. But I don't have them anymore. And to say my relationship with my boyfriend is a prized possession, well, he's not exactly a possession, but you know what I mean. After that, well, I would say the pictures that I have. Maybe some of my DVD. The DVDs. Oh, you don't. You're not a dick. You don't have to feel like that. It's just hard. Now you own him, shut up. No, not really.
I'm willing to part with. Want it?
Yes, those halfling painters. This one of theirs? Wonderful. I put this up at the Rosemary in time. It'll make those temple guard inspections easier.
Ran into Molly.
Yeah.
She says hello.
Molly? Which Molly?
One you promised to show your butterfly collection to.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
Butterfly collection? You of all people could stand to be a little more inventive.
Molly didn't need inventive. She needed attentive. Average, run-of-the-mill girl. But give her a smile. Notice her shoes. Let her chat about them a bit. And she'd turn into a wellspring of passion.
Well, I would say that I'm still alive and kicking. That's actually my most prized possession. I'm not very rich.
How are things, Dudu?
So, I suppose. Might have been days in the past when I'd have said, wonderful. But I can't complain. I'm in one piece, not bound to a stake atop a pyre.
Because I don't have a lot of money, I respect and appreciate a day-to-day life.
Ever considered
So that's my excuse.
forgetting Novigrad altogether?
What for? To pass from the frying pan into the fire? The war's not yet crept here. Famine's not kicked at our door.
My parents' wedding rings for me.
But you don't have to be
Didn't
human.
last.
Maybe you
So
could try
good or
something
bad
else.
luck. Time will tell.
I've
Nice.
assumed many forms over the years, and in spite of all, life as a human has proven most interesting. After all, you humans rule the world.
Gotta admit, your Menga, it's a brilliant impersonation.
Don't remind me. I'm rather disgusted.
Come on, he wasn't all out terrible.
You understand nothing. A Doppler assumes more than a man's external appearance. I've learnt what a scoundrel had knocking about in his head. Once I became him, not an hour passed before I felt the urge to break a sorceress's fingers. After 2, I caught myself lusting to impale someone, and immediately after that, it hit me. The paranoid fear of a Doppler conspiracy.
Dudu, tell me. The halfling Biberveld goes from being a prosperous merchant to being a pauper. How?
Prefer the long version or the short?
Short, please.
The war.
I was under the impression merchants grow fat on wars.
Some do, but I've a serious personality flaw. I'm honest. I could not reap profits from the suffering of others. I paid taxes. I never cooked my books. And then a ship full of my goods sank. I pulled through somehow, but then a second fell prey to Skelligan raiders, rendering me insolvent. When inflation hit and interest rates rose, I, at long last, fell.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you, Dudu.
Oh, those bigots haven't the cunning to strip me of this mask.
You look familiar.
Where's the owl? Oh, it's still there. Okay. So before I start asking deep questions, I'm been drinking, don't mind me. Oh, it's fine, again, it's fine. You didn't step on any toes or something. It's all good. Oh, wait, why am I upstairs? Nope. I didn't mean to go upstairs. A little bit of Subway time, LMAO. Well, I hope I can cheer you up and playing some Gwent, but you already know what I'm like. Go and bitch against me. Do it. Do it. Bitch against my... Yeah. Wait, should I first go to get the towels, maybe? Maybe. And I go the other way, of course. I love the music of this game, by the way. Rage is better than sadness. And again, I don't take it personally, so... No, wait, what was that? I was gonna say, I don't take it personally. Yeah, I'm a mutant, what?
Unhuman, are you? Look for your kind beyond the walls.
I don't know if I have to buy them actually, or I have to play for them. We'll see.
How about that? It's the flea-ridden mutant. Join us, please. Ravi loves company. Look how happy he is to see us. You happy, Ravi?
Sure, he'd be happier if you stopped digging the point of that dagger in his back.
Oh, you're just saying that because you don't know the situation. Our mutual friend Ravi was just about to play for his life, and...
Oh, you got the card. What else do you want?
if you'd just given it up, instead of trying to cheat us, we'd be out of your hair already. As it is, that's all your fingers broken. So, it seems the Witcher will have to pay for you. Sound good? See? Ravi's on board. What do you say we add some spice to the game? Raise the stakes. Ravi's
Oh, fuck.
and the Natali's card. Fancy that?
Fuck. Alright.
Agreed.
And here I thought you'd be no fun at all. Let's play, let's play!
And that's why you should save the game before you do this mission. Ooh, I did get ice cream. Nice. Alright. Not bad. Not bad. I'm telling you, let me build you a deck. Well, send me a whisper and tell me which cards I should use. Of course he passed. Okay, so here you go. Give me another card. Aha! Okay. Nice. Of course you do. Nope. Get that sucker. Oh, just getting too much work. I thought so. I knew it. First shot will be typing. Hey, I don't know. Well, might be right about that. Still gonna beat this guy. Of course you passed. Alright, easy enough. Oh, wait. Ta-da. Haha, loses. Easy enough. I wasn't scared, honest.
Yes!
Curb your enthusiasm, mate, and sit still or you'll hurt yourself.
But he won!
So, now we'll play something else.
That's what you've been thinking. Burn, motherfucker, burn.
Thanks. Don't know how I'll repay you.
Natali's card will do just fine.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you prefer some other? Got a whole array you might like.
I'm in a hurry.
Give me the card.
The Natalis card, of course. Here.
Sorry, dude. Card is mine. Oh, thank you.
Killed the stag and slit her fancy man open off the corner.
Eternal fire
Instead of
protects
dropping
us.
his body in
Of
the
which
nearest
it sure
channel.
comes in handy at times.
Might as well hassle you. Your average don't you. Think I'd piss me trousers. Any needs, master?
Alright, before I start the mission, I'm going to take a quick potty break. I will be back in 5, guys. Alright, I'm back. I finally started watching the show. Then the new Baki came out. Yeah, right? Baki is more important. No, you should watch what you want.
Ah, you're here. How'd you make out with Ravi?
Got the Natalis card.
Excellent. Now we've just Caesar Bilzen to fleece, and we'll be home free. We'll do this. I'll shut him up while you sneak upstairs and search his cabinet of curiosities. certainly keeps the card there.
Can't we just buy the card off him? Doesn't that sound simpler?
If I had a coin to spare, I'd sod off to Provis. Besides, Caesar'd never sell Fringilla. But don't you worry. You won't lose out on the deal. Got a bottle of Mahakaman spirit for him. A taste of the Motherland's finest is worth more to an expatriate than some silly card.
Thought you said Caesar doesn't drink.
Oh, I said it's hard to have a drink with him on account of his rarely leaving home. Also why he's like to get pished as a priestess real quick. 3 rounds and you could walk out with everything in that cabinet while singing the 3 maids of Vicovaro at the top of your lungs.
So what's in this cabinet?
Ah, no man knows. You'll be the first to see it. I suspect it's either to do with buggery or metallurgy. But you can tell me once we're done. Let's go.
Shivi!
Caesar Belzen. I remember our quarrel about who's king of the Pontar.
The Pike's king of the Pontar.
Well, you see, I've come to convince you it's the catfish. And I do not come empty-handed.
Who's he?
Oh, him! Oh, that's Geralt.
Does Geralt fish?
Yeah. Cast an earthworm the other day. Caught this huge perch.
In the Pontar?
You betcha!
Can't listen to this hogwash sober. Come in!
So what, Fitzhanders or eager biters, if they taste like shite and soapy water?
That's 'cause you're about as good a cook as a goat's arse is a clarinet. Just recently, I took some fresh thyme.
And it tasted like thyme-flavoured shite.
Shut it. So, recently, I took this thyme.
Geralt? There to chime in? How's Xander taste to you?
Recenterly isn't a word.
Who'd you bring along, Chiefy? Some blowing grammar purist?
Wilson, did you hear Vibo Matilda last cast a pea and caught a young pike?
Ah, cocksuckers lying like always. Haunter Pike aren't so dim-witted to go after his rotten peas. You need live bait. Or night crawlers, though the pike aren't as eager. Don't know why.
You did that sound dirty to this Geralt-fish.
Crawley, so fat and lovely, I started drooling.
Plenty of fish in the pond, right?
I'm not so sure. Geralt, what do you and your pals use up at Kaer Morhen?
Live bait.
You see, Chiefy? He'll make a good angler yet. In some 50, 60 years.
We'll wait and see. Geralt, go fetch us another bottle.
Right. Can see the bottom of this one.
So, when are we gonna go noodling for catfish?
I'm done fishing with ye. You forget what happened last time.
What about last?
Knife looks like it's attached to the tabletop. Drawer's open. Triangular hole in the wall. Interesting. Fits perfectly. Secret door behind a bookcase. Classic.
cannot switch the knife back, so he's gonna find out anyway.
Statuette of a man. Wasn't carved, but produced using magic. Shame I can't ask Triss about it. Dining set from which Emperor Mir ate during his coronation ceremony.
Of course, Triss doesn't care more. Meh.
Joachim de Vet's skull. Pretty grim curiosity. Rope with which Stefan Skellen was hanged.
Well then, nice collection.
Ah, here's Fringilla. Full armor of the 7th Dareland Brigade. Excellent condition. Portrait of Emperor
Zimmer.
Mir, tempera on wood. Pretty flattering, I'd say.
Can I put it back? No, of course not. Sorry, sir, I'll loot your house. Oh.
Zoltan, time we were on our way.
I suppose so. It's grown late.
Do I look like a wolf?
Already? Where's that bottle you went to fetch?
Greetings, Belzen. With a message for you from the boss.
Message? What kind of message?
Mr. Cleaver's very unhappy.
Now, just a minute. If any discrepancies have cropped up in the books, I can explain everything.
Too late. Grab him! And you two, get lost. Leave him alone.
Cleaver will pay extra for killing the Witcher.
Well, up to it, lads. Haven't you got all day?
Oh, now Cleaver wants me dead. Dang you, Cleaver.
Thanks. Oh, how will I ever explain this to Cleaver?
I'd recommend a letter.
Right. Got a pack.
Good luck then. Farewell.
So how's everybody doing in chat?
You've a soft heart after all, Geralt. Oh, by the by, splendid job with that last one. Blood splatter nearly hit the ceiling.
Looked through Caesar's cabinet upstairs.
And?
No wonder he wasn't eager to show it off. Nilfgaardian armor, a portrait of Emir, Joachim de Vet's skull, Vatier de Rideau's dagger, the rope they hanged Skellen with.
Oh, shite. Disgusting fellow. I think I shook hands with him. But did you happen to take the rope? I know a few would be a tidy sum for it. Some go in for that sort of thing.
No.
I have 5 watches, so
Also found the figurine.
I think it's going okay.
Nilfgaardian soldier. Magic spell on it of some sort, but I can't tell what kind.
Triss ought to know.
Good idea. Take it by her house when I get a chance. So, got the full set of cards. What now?
Now we collect a shiteload of coin for them. Let's go.
Loading, loading, loading.
The exchange. We should do it right quick.
Afraid your client might change his mind?
Oh, I'm more likely to. Had so many buyers for these cards, I felt like the belle of the ball.
So the buyer, who is he?
A friend of a friend. Don't know much about him, but he's of Duke Silk, no doubt about that. You know me, Geralt. I'm not prejudiced against anyone, as long as they pay.
Move it!
Well, I said today it was about cards. And I was right. Ding dong.
Ah, at last. I fear the body's gone cold.
What is this?
Your would-be buyer handed us his coin and departed. More or less in that order. Now, the cards, please. I trust obtaining them wasn't too troublesome.
Try it and find out.
You wish me to try? I'm not as foolish as Earl. You ought to know that by now. Get to work, boys. The dwarf I wish to have alive. I must have a chat with him.
Doing it. Geralt, bastards getting away with my coin. Damn it, with our coin. Chase the horse, son. I'll tend to the others.
Wait, where the fuck did he go? He didn't go that way. Ow. Oh, that's the ladder. Jesus. Can you fucking... Oh, come on, Geralt. Please. Thank you. No, don't. Just climb the fucking ladder. Jesus.
What? Can't understand a word.
Can't get away, Duke. Might as well stop.
There he goes. Come on, climb. Wait. What? They went up the stairs? Oh, they went down. Oh, must you be so slow? Put it down. Fine. Ah. That way. Ah. That's not fair. Fuck off. Ah, come on. Jesus fucking whip. Oh shit, there's more.
Leave me. Swine prowlers are. If.
Yeah, go. If you're able.
Chances.
Not high. So long.
So, you get him? You get the coin?
Yes.
And what about Duke? Finish him up?
No, I let him go.
Oh, I knew I should have gone with you. You know he has it in for me. Doubly determined now.
Doubt it. Think he's likely to quit the business. If he gets out of there alive.
Geralt, what's your preference? Cards. I'd never have managed without you, so you choose. Gold? It's not a problem. I'll find another buyer for these cards in a flash.
I want the cards.
Kinda curious how the cards might serve me.
I'll take the coin to the King of Beggars right away. Surprise the prick.
Good luck, Zoltan.
Thanks, Geralt. The catfish is the king of the Pontar.
No, not gonna do it. Oh, wait. Oh, you mind?
Help a poor fellow out.
Go with this thing. I was business when suddenly up he pops in. As they say, a must be a quick talker, and a witcher a quick stalker. All's in order.
It's the bit where it's just a little bit low, guys. I just realized. Sorry for the laggy waggy.
So good to see you.
You and Dudu know each other well?
Yes, though he's never told me much about himself. He was a merchant once?
Mm-hmm. Dudu always had a penchant for enterprise. Probably too honest to succeed in Novigrad, though.
Precisely. I've told him countless times that no matter how many times he changes his appearance, the good in him will always emerge. Bloodthirsty tyrants and vicious assassins. He played them so poorly. That must be why. Whereas he always made for an excellent trusted servant or ghost of the old king.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
My, whatever do you need that for?
I don't know, but Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandelion might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to compete with me. Voilà.
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it. So long.
I still chuckle doo doo doo. Lol.
Don't know who you're looking for, but you won't find it.
Chuck doodle doo.
Holy moly.
Oh, I got a feeling what I have to do now. I'm not.
Finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her from a bandit. I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Are you serious? That's your brilliant plan?
I never called it brilliant, but any kind of plan is better than none. Written your lines already.
You've written what?
So you know what to say during the performance. Here, and your mask. Put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But
No time. Sophronia's
I
coming.
already have a
Stick to
mask.
the plan. We'll meet at the Rosemary in the morning.
I already have a mask. Wait, how am I supposed to read the lines then? Down the line?
What is this? Help!
I'm still wearing my mask. Lol.
tremble, flaxen-haired wench. Bow before the Prince of Thieves.
Not so fast. Drop your
gonna
sword,
know.
scoundrel. This is your first and last warning.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
No, not the Crimson Avenger.
Silence! You shall regret the day you were born.
Come on, come closer.
Hit! Ow!
To the house, quickly! He shan't get us there! Eternal fire, what do you want from us? Leave us be!
This rogue will soon run off. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't chance getting caught by the guards. Would he?
Why did I do that? You know, I just want to slap the shit out of someone, then lines bring that out of me. Well, I did it! I did it for you! I did it! Oh god! You gotta admit though, that was perfect timing. I love.
Willows. It's into the area to the road
That.
Oh, black ones, Redanians. Long as they pay.
You never given me nothing but floppy diddly.
You don't know how to give a compliment.
Yo, Zoltan!
I'll give you a discount.
Oh, there's nothing I could talk to you.
Black ones. Long as they pay. And don't.
Waiting on Dandelion. Let me go back down. In the morning. Uh-oh. Now I'm gonna get it. If it's going to load in. Well, it takes a little while.